Greetings and welcome back, gentles and ladiesmen, to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I'm ExoParadigmGamer. Last part we, had a lot of trouble getting into the goddamn Sky Temple. Now we know what it is that we need to do, essentially, in order to collect the Sky Temple keys for the eventual final battle. That is pretty far off at this point in the game, but still worth showing off for people who are new to the game and are following along, so that you know what it is that you might want to be doing in the meanwhile. There is the thing about the Sky Temple keys is like, while there's stuff you can do to figure out where they are, beforehand, you can't actually get any of them. Well, you can, but it requires some advanced knowledge. Like, you have to have played the game before to know where the damn things will be, because they're invisible. And the only way to make them visible is with a visor you do not get until you finish. Did I seriously never open this door? Wow. Yeah, I never went over here? Okay. Well, I guess we're going there now. And it's just like they put a thing over it, so you need the bomb. Fucking map station? I missed the map state. Oh god. I am so sorry, folks. I have played this game many times, but I don't know, I guess not as many times as I thought, because I missed this. Okay. I don't remember this room. I guess I never really needed the map in the Agon Wastes. It's easily the smallest area in the game, so. Okay, there is. I really wish you could destroy this with a power bomb. That would have been a nice shortcut, because otherwise they make you sort of like walk around. Speaking of which, I should probably right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back towards the temple in this area. I think I'm going to cut, because there's really no point to me showing this off, because it's just all areas we've seen already. So I'll see you when I get to the temple. Alright, and we're back. So what we're going to want to do next is just roll on over here. And there should be... You might remember we briefly visited this room before we headed off to fight the Amor Abyss, to quote Grievous Rocks. Holy shit, that brings back memories. It was actually like, before I could own the games, it was just like, okay, I'm too young to buy this online, and I'm too young to drive to go see if I could find it at a store, so it's just like, I guess I'll watch someone else play it and know what I'm missing. Used to watch this guy named Grievous Rocks. I have no idea if he's still active or what he's doing, but yeah, that was my first exposure to the game. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be coming back here. What? There are multiple kinds of Krayleys? I'm learning all sorts of new things in this playthrough. You guys are the doing this playthrough has educated me so much more about this game. Okay, the Krayley faces between dimensions is a defense mechanism. A crystal in its carapace gathers energy to fuel the creation of a warp portal. This process is uncontrollable, keeping the Krayley in constant transdimensional flux. And it dies in like one teeny tiny charge shot, so they're like worthless. That should activate a kinetic orb cannon. And there should be a switch which activates something in this room. Now, you're not required to come here. I'm just doing it anyway because it's just like, if I don't get it now, then I won't get as much use out of it as I really could. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to... Is that one of our... No, it's not. Bless me. Yeah, I guess it can warp. We saw green versions of those guys in we saw green versions of those guys in the Great Temple Grounds. They're green Kraylies that just sort of run around the sides, kind of like gamers, or zoomers rather. So you have lore. This is like one of the ones I always forget about. So, our studies of the Ing revealed the source of their attacks is dark energy. We built weapons to use this energy, thinking it could overload enemy targets and eliminate them. We soon learned our errors. The dark beam was not a good effect on the Ing. We then began to develop a weapon that used light energy. This weapon would dispatch the Ing with terrible efficiency. So yes, the Space Pirate lore sort of alluded to this, but the dark and light beams are indeed Luminoth created. The Luminoth created the dark and light beams to try to fight the Ing, and the Space Pirate base, where the Space Pirate set up shop, is actually, I guess, a Luminoth temple, or maybe a Luminoth research facility. Either way, the Space Pirate lore sort of alludes to the fact that the Space Pirates found them and then tried to incorporate it into their own fight against the Ing, and now we're using them. So it's sort of like a cycle of the same thing happening over and over. Okay, I don't think there's anything too evil in this room. Yes, I go up there. Let's see. That's the only other way. Other place to go. Yeah, that's probably where I'm supposed to go. You know, I found that most of live commentary is just you thinking out loud to yourself. Whether that's good or bad, I'll leave up to you, but there's only so much you could talk about sometimes. But I think this will go... Yeah, this room looks cool. There was a room like it in Prime 1 right before Thardis. But it's one of those set pieces that I just remember for some reason. Okay, now we will activate this portal, and that'll bring us back to the light world just on the other side of that gate that I really fucking wish was not there. But I suppose well, for backtracking anyway, by the time that you get the power bomb, you would have gotten the power bomb and hypothetically would have been able to destroy that gate, and you probably would have gotten this upgrade we're about to get anyway. So, yeah. You can use the boost ball to break rocks. I'm learning new things every 5 seconds. So this is the Dark Burst. The Dark Burst is an incredibly useful upgrade. If you played Metroid Prime 1, then you probably remember the charge combos. The Super Missile is a charge combo, for one thing. Basically, you charge up a beam, and then you combine it with some missiles for a more powerful attack. And in the case of the Dark Beam, you get the Dark Bursts. Yeah, there they are. Yeah. That's pretty goddamn useful, I gotta say. So much better than like the Ice Spreader or the Flamethrower. Not necessarily the Wave Buster, but unlike the first Metroid Prime game, all of the charge combos act like the Super Missile. There's no stream continuous fire charge combos in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, like the Wave Buster or the Flamethrower. So, but what it does, I find that overall the Dark Burst and the other two charge combos are more useful than most of the charge combos in the first game. But at the same time, they're also a little more, they're not as cheap, so to speak. If you're going to use a Dark Burst, you got to keep in mind, that costs Dark Beam ammo as well. But it also wipes out a crowd of enemies in like no time flat. So it is very, very useful against Light World enemies. And let's see. So we want to go... we want to go straight. So we're going to do that. I just want to show it off a little more because, like... Yeah, that's fucking awesome. The Dark Burst is a really cool weapon. It's like one thing that I really feel that people do not give Prime 2 enough credit for is there were so many creative new items in this game. Like The Seeker missile is something that's just become standard issue in future Metroid games, but it came from this game. Before this game, there was no Seeker missile. And then, of course, there are items like the Dark Burst, which are really unique, and you never see them anywhere else. It's one of the things that makes Prime 2 stick out for me amongst all the rest. Beyond the dark and light motif and some of the, less than the creative new areas. Well, maybe not creative, but it's just like you don't see desert and swamp and areas like the Sanctuary Fortress is by far my favorite area in the game, probably in the entire series actually. So this room, we got another boost ball half pipe, and this will actually lead us to a shortcut back to the Torvus Bog, which is incredibly useful. I'm glad that they have this. Yes, so as you can see, there's a Seeker missile door right here. I can't remember where this goes. I guess my memory is acting up again. Yes, that is... okay, I see. And then that is a dark portal. So we're going to go up there first, because I think there's actually a missile right next to the portal's entrance. Is it just me, or is the boost ball control a little more refined in Prime 2 and Prime 3 over it was? Because it felt like the timing in Prime 1 was a little off, but when you were supposed to do it, and it made doing some of the... like, it was playable. And it might just be because I played Prime 3 first that I'm more used to the control from these games, but... oh, that's annoying. Oh, well, there's a portal right there. I think I'll cut back... it'll take me 5 seconds. I'll just leave it in. It's right there. I mean, like, really, once you get the dark suit, like, Dark Ether really isn't that big of a deal. I don't know. I really don't see why having Dark Ether in the game is so bad. I mean, I guess to some people might prefer, like, I'd rather just have, like, one bigger, more intricately designed world than, like, 2 worlds where you have, like, puzzle elements in between them. But, I feel like from a story thematic standpoint, they do a lot with the Dark Ether in terms of, in terms of just even the mythology of Ether itself, like this once peaceful world whose entire ecosystem was destroyed by this meteorite, which also caused a dimensional split of some kind, and the creatures that were peaceful and environmentally conscious, no less, the Luminoth. I like the story in this game a lot. I mean, like, maybe the plot of Prime 1 was a little more hands-off, so that it was not, like... I don't know. I like it. So this elevator, that's one of the things I really enjoy about Prime 2, is that you can get to any area in the game from any area in the game. It makes the backtracking so much more convenient than it was in Prime 1, where you would, no matter what, like, if you wanted to get from the town overworld to Phendrana Drifts, you had to go through Magmore Caverns, no matter what, and it was so annoying. But in this game, there is an elevator to all 3 other areas from a single area, and it makes getting from place to place, particularly in the last act of the game when you're looking for Sky Temple keys, so much more convenient. And I'm so glad that they did that. But at any rate, I think I might actually be breaking... yeah, actually what I'm going to do is... I'm going to go through part of this area, and then I'm going to split the session. And I'm going to do that for reasons I will outline as they become apparent. But yeah, we'll kick off this area for a few minutes, since I spent most of this part in Agon, much longer than I had promised. But there's a save station up there. Head into it if you must. But here we go. We've got a brand new area. If you're listening to the music right now, you might notice that this is a remix of Brinstar Depths, or Red Soil Brinstar, I think the track is named, from Super Metroid. I loved that track there, and I love it here. They give it sort of like a water remix, but anyway. The blog uses speed and agility to close in on prey. Eric, if you're watching this, I want you to Photoshop dog with a blog with one of these things. Here I'll give you like a good angle for its face. Edit that out of the shot and then place that over the dog with the blog promotional artwork. Thank you very much. The blog uses speed and agility to close in on prey. It will batter foes with a ramming attack, then uses 3 tooth-filled maws to finish the job. Blogs have a weak spot inside their mouths. The rest of their bodies are covered with a thick, damage-resistant hide. These are easily my least favorite enemies in this game. With Grenchlers, like once you know how to take them out, they're really easy, but these things suck. I hate them. Especially the dark versions that take so many hits to kill. So, this room has 3 locks in it. What we want to do is, this thing is actually like covering a door. We need to get it to lift up so that we can progress, but, oh, hello there. Yeah, they look easy, but trust me, there are versions of them that are much more difficult and much more annoying. But this thing is secured with 3 locks. We got to get it to lift up. So there are 3 locks around the room. In order to access 2 of them, we will have to go through some hallways and sort of backtrack around. These water jets will push you up to this top area if you fall down. Now, yeah, and that elevator will take you back up. So the first switch is just in the room. You just walk across this thing, scan it with your scan visor. And of course, you can't scan it from the back, because, what are you, crazy? It's like one of those things, like I think in 2D Zelda games, like Link to the Past, if you try to read the sign or open the chest from the side, it doesn't work. It's just like, who cares? I'm fucking interacting with it, am I not? Okay, so now that we're back up here, we can... And releasing that switch activated this platform. Now we can jump up over here to this missile expansion. Booyah. Alright, so we're gonna unlock this. Boop. Okay. Oh, actually, I think we're gonna save that for later. So, next time on Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, we're gonna enter that door and explore more of the dark, the Torvus Temple, I think. What is this called? Just Torvus Temple? We'll call it the Torvus Temple. Torvus Temple with a V. So, I will see you guys then.